Hi there, and welcome to the Call of Cinema. Today I have May 2 December. My God, my mind is gone already. We just started the video. What's going on? Maybe it's because I'm super excited about these Halloween announcements, and this should be a lot of fun. But I think you should be here any second now. There you go. So, guys, without further ado, thank you. Let's bring May 2 December. Not hey,
Hello.
are you excited about these announcements? I'm excited.
I am actually. I'm actually surprised that there's such good ones as well. I mean, we're talking about top tier announcements.
It's neat,
No
and
filler, top tier.
like you said, it's like some of these are on the 30th, so it's going to be like it's later. But I think, like we mentioned before, when we are chatting in the studio, is that a lot of times when they announce things for the 30th, if you pre-order them, they often get shipped ahead of time.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
Alex, welcome,
I
man.
mean, hey Alex. I mean, Indicator normally gets them to you normally before the release date. Eureka do. 88 Films sometimes do. I think though we all get a little bit jealous of like American sites like Seven when people get them early, or even place like Imprint or Umbrella.
Yeah, that's why I'm so excited when I see companies like uh, like Imprint right now doing releases like this, because a little bit of it's a little bit of part of me that, like Malcolm. It's like, oh man, uh it's not American. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
I will say this though, talking about this bundle, it's a beautiful bundle.
it
I
is.
mean, hopefully we're going to crack down what the prices are, aren't we? Like Canadian, US, or English, just so people get an idea. But I think it's a decently priced set or bundle, I should say.
No, it's a fantastic one. So let's dive into it here. Go one at a time. Um,
Sure.
let's start with the one the most interesting. It's going for some people. I know this is going to be a little bit on the problematic side, so I will address that elephant in the room. We know who the director is. We know what he's done. Uh, but we're going to look at it as
I just want to say because Aaron says that Roman Polanski, my hero.
Like oh, dude, don't get yourself canceled. Don't be like, what's that? Have you listened to the Eminem album yet?
What, the new one?
Yeah,
No.
pretty brilliant. Because he does it as like a Jekyll and Hyde type thing. Hey there, Dustin, welcome, man.
Hey,
Where he's got
Dustin.
like Slim Shady, which is like this
Oh,
totally
nice.
problematic
Yeah.
character, and he does it as Marshall, which is him,
Yeah.
and there's kind of a fight between the two. Brilliantly done. Um, so we got imprint number 362 to 364. It's a Roman Polanski set. We got Bitter Moon, which we know it's got a Kino release. Death and the Maiden, which I think had a Shout Factory. I know the Ninth Gate, I think had Shout Factory. And Roman Polanski Wanted and Desired. I don't know what that is. Is that a documentary?
Yeah, it is. It's a documentary.
All right.
It's a
So
bonus.
feature wise here, looking at it, we got Bitter Moon, and I'm looking up on this screen here so I can see it. I'm leaving the pictures there, and I'm bringing
Yeah.
up the stuff up on my big screen. So it's got new audio commentary by Paul Anthony Nelson and film critic Emma Westwood. We get an interview with the actress Emmanuel Segner as well. And for Death and the Maiden, for the new stuff, I'm just going to mention the new stuff, right? There's a new interview
Sure.
with Ariel Dorfman, the author of the book Death and the Maiden, and more new special features to be confirmed. Ninth Gate, we get the audio commentary by Troy Haworth and Nathaniel Thompson. It's a brand new one. A new audio commentary by David Huckville. A new video essay by Sally Christie. Disc 2, because it's a 2-disc set, gets an interview with actress Emmanuel Segner. Interview with actor James Russo. We get new Encyclopedic Satanica. Interview with cult author Gary Lachman and writer Mitch Horowitz. And occult collector author Brandon Hodge. Man, you know what, Malcolm? I really love it when people have names I like pronounce.
Mm.
Occult classics and analysis of film and score by David Huckville. Lucifer's Version slideshow book illustrations with commentary by David Huckville. The commentary is all archival features, but I won't mention them because like on the documentary. There's going to be an audio commentary with the director and the editor, deleted scenes, bonus interviews, friends and colleagues talk with Polanski, interview feature, writers on Polanski interview feature. Will he ever come back? I will say,
Yes.
I'm not a fan of the person, but I am 100% a fan of the films. I do like
Yeah.
the films, and I think these are three solid films. I
I
don't give
think
a
that's I
rat's
think
ass.
that's what a lot of people are like with Woody Allen. I think a lot of people love his films, but they just don't like him.
Yeah, like that documentary they put out, man. I'm not sure if you watched the Woody Allen documentary.
Yeah,
I got like episode 2 or 3, and then I was like
tapping out.
tapping out. I can't. But no, this is a great set. Um,
It's funny because I saw the what's the one with Sigourney Weaver and Ben Kingsley in that set because I can't tell the title.
Death and the Maiden.
I saw that somewhere recently and I can't remember where, but I really want to watch it again.
And just
Anyway,
Dustin here, just so you know, Dustin has his own YouTube and podcast called Cobwebs that I definitely recommend people check out.
Cowboys. When I first saw Spirit Moon, I thought it was Jeremy Irons, not Peter Coyote. I think it's Mandela effect.
If Jeremy Irons comes here this year, I'll find out for sure.
If I'm going to say this, when I saw the bundle, this was the set that really excited me the most. That I noticed first.
It's definitely like when you look at this here, look how gorgeous this looks.
Yeah.
Uh,
What I like is it's one of those boxes where I love those boxes where it comes off the top.
and
Lovely
these like
cover.
this art for these releases, like, and of course it makes sense to have Emmanuel Segner on the cover of this box set because she is she's known for her work with Polanski.
I will say this: I've never liked the Ninth Gate though.
Really?
No, it might be because I watched it when I was younger, because I was a teenager when I watched it. So if I watch it again, I might. Same as Secret Window. I think Secret Window with Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Why are you tempting me now? Oh, he's getting tempted.
It is definitely a good value, Alex. There's a lot of cool stuff on here. I thought I'd go through like some of this here. Now let's go back and look at the next release. One that I actually have,
You know
not this
very well.
edition of, but I've got the original Scream Factory edition. And so I collected Scream Factory back when Scream Factory started, and this is one of the what I call the Blue Banner Scream Factories. So one of the initial in the initial
But
run.
didn't have a slip, right?
No, it didn't do like the slip portion of it. So that's not bad though. It's Death Valley from 1982. It's Peter Billingsley, who was the kid, of course, in A Christmas Story. And we got Stephen Hattie. Hattie was utterly brilliant in this film. So feature-wise on this one here, by the way, we get a video essay by film historian Jarrett Gahan, The Rise and Fall of Studio Slasher. That sounds really, really
That
interesting.
sounds good.
And new interview with composer Dana Kaproff. Although, I would never have called this a slasher film. Audio commentary by director Dick Richards. That's his real name. And that is definitely something that I think is actually pretty cool. I don't know if I'd upgrade this one, but I would definitely think.
Are you talking about if it came out on the 4K?
Well, we had this conversation like yesterday about like after the Jaws 3 debacle. Like, what do I think
Oh, I
about?
know, but you know what I mean. I mean, because is it a 4K master?
Have you seen Death Valley? Just wondering.
I saw it. I saw it once 10 years ago. So I remember the film being fun.
It is.
I
It's a
watched
fun
it, yes.
film. It doesn't need a 4K. It's not a film that's going to benefit from it.
Oh, I know, but you said about upgrading. That's what I asked.
Oh yeah, no. For me, like print wise, unless the print's really bad, unless you're like Stargate early Blu-ray, like how bad that one was.
Oh yeah, that was awful.
Yeah, like then that'll never be the reason to upgrade. I always upgrade for features. Like if I upgrade,
Oh,
it's
okay. So you
because
mean in that sense? Okay.
So, like, of course, we got Paul Lamette here, who's he's known for a lot of stuff, but for horror fans, he's probably best known for Puppet Master. Um,
Mm.
but just some great stuff. Wilford Brimley's in this one, and he's awful. Of course, he's known for The Thing, or if you're my age, Oatmeal, because he hocked a lot of oatmeal, guys.
He did.
And I have to say, I am. Let's get to the next one. I don't have this one, and it's been a long time since I've seen this movie, so I'm going to be kind of hoping you've seen it
But not in many
because,
years.
oh yeah, I don't remember this one very well. I'm going to be bluntly honest with you. Out of all the movies here, this is the one that I remember the least. It is Superstition. Um, it's an '80s film. It's got a Justin Kurzweil new commentary. I have the teenage slasher movie book that he did. My dad got it for me for Christmas one year. It's a
Oh,
fantastic
nice.
slasher films. There's a video essay by Kat Ellinger, like that brand new one. So already, like that's definitely a reason to get it. And all the previous stuff, the James Houghton interview, the James Robertson interview, and they're all like 1080p presentations. Which I'll be honest with you, again, this is another release where you don't need a 4K. Like it's not that great of a film, in my opinion, for what I remember. It's a good film. Don't get me wrong; it is a good film. But I would be lying if I told you I had like strong memories of this film.
Yeah, I remember the cover gives strong Jack the Ripper vibes. You know, when you look at just the cover,
Yeah,
I
100%.
like that. But I don't remember. I think I don't know if I watched this. I mean, I feel like I have, but I don't know if I watched it back in the day on VHS because I don't remember the DVD.
It's one of those that I remember in the VHS years that you would see around all the time. So it would always be
Mm.
there, and it would often be like in like the 99-cent rentals type thing. So this is stars James Houghton from Knots Landing. We got Albert Salmi and we got Lynn Carlin. Um, and it's kind of a supernatural horror film. In
Yeah.
1784, Landra Sharrock is condemned to a witch and sentenced to death by crucifixion. But as Satan's daughter, her soul cannot be destroyed and lurks in the lake known as Black Pond. 200 years later, the young Reverend David Thompson and his family move into the vacant house by the lake, where Landra's demonic spirit emerges from the dark depths to seek vengeance. So very much that kind of old school style
Mm.
film, which I love that they do that. There you go. Hear that, Malcolm?
What's this? Oh, it's his birthday soon. Wink, wink. Damn. Do you know? Yeah, well, it's on Aaron to buy you stuff because I've already bought him tons of stuff.
Uh
Oh.
well, if they give me like if Imprint got to give me some stuff. Wilford Brimley from Cocoon and Cocoon the
I
Return. Yeah,
tell
there
you
you
what, Alex. I tell you what, Alex. If you call me Daddy, I'll get you something. There you
go.
go.
And the next one is one that I remember strongly from the Anchor Bay DVD days. I had like this kind of six pack. I'm a shit. No, like six pack of DVDs. They used to do these
Oh,
six
what
pack.
do you mean? 6 pack as in actual 6 DVDs, or 2 DVDs with 6 things on them?
No, it was like a six pack. Like it's a DVD set that's made to look like a six pack. Anchor Bay used to do a bunch of these, and one of them had this
Oh,
movie on it.
hesitation there.
I totally had to move that because there's even though
Yeah, this
it's
just came out, just in case people don't realize, this just came out through Kino on 4K. Not that you need the 4K, but just in case people want to know if they're in America.
somebody wants his movie. So, the Antichrist again, 1970s, 74. Yeah. A new auto commentary by Kat Ellinger. Not sure if that's in the Kino one. There is a brand new interview with Remo Gironi, new video essay with Alberto Del Martino by film critic Rachel Nesbitt. So Rachel has a
Is
lot
she
of great stuff.
related? Is she related to James Nesbitt?
No, actually, Rachel's really nice. But not that James Nesbitt isn't. I think James. I still agree. If anybody's going to ever play me, in a life story film one of these days.
James Nesbitt.
It's James Nesbitt. Too vulgar display of power, the enduring phenomenon of Exorcist ripoffs. Video essay by film critic Andy Marshall Roberts. That sounds actually fascinating. A lot of stuff. If you don't remember this movie under the name Antichrist, guys, then you probably know it under the name Tempter, which is the name that I remembered under, actually.
I always get this mixed up with the Lars von Trier movie. You know the titles.
Oh, ouch. Yeah, I do. But again, I say ouch because that was one.
One of the weirdest movies I've ever watched.
Yeah. What's Lars von Trier? You got to expect that.
Are these pictures
Again,
the
it's a
actual
great
film, or are they
release.
just stock pictures, as in, like, when they get the 8x10s? Because they look a bit too clean.
The next one I'm really excited about. But before we go with that, I got you a question. We've seen a lot of Kat Ellinger's work now with Imprint, right?
Yeah.
Do you think, because remember there was that like slight controversy with Indicator, where Kat Ellinger suddenly stopped working with Indicator, and there was like a kind of a backhanded thing said by one of the guys at Indicator, who ended up having to apologize.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen a lot of her work there, but we've seen a lot of work with Imprint. Like if this is where she kind of went, because she does, I do kind of, hey, film watcher, welcome, man.
Hey,
I
film
do
watcher.
kind of like look forward to seeing this stuff.
I've never really listened to much Kat Ellinger, other than on, on that,
The
All the
podcast
Colours
for
of
Another
Jelly.
Dream used to do.
Was that the documentary, All the Colours of Jelly? That one with the Crimley, where she was going over, the trailers.
Yeah, she has the auto commentary for the like.
Yeah. Other than that, and maybe the odd audio commentary, I haven't really listened to much of her, so I can't say whether or not she's great or not. But I know you're a big fan of hers. So
Yeah, I used to listen to a podcast that she did, and I thought it was fantastic.
ooh,
And I find that like whenever there's a commentary with her or with Heather, or any of those guys, it tends to be really good. I had
big
to put
thumbs
that up
up
like in the mood
for
because
Film Watcher. I've got most of the films for BFI, but I don't think those are actually released for BFI. I need to get the American one, maybe.
So here's the big one for me. Like out of all these here, I know a lot of people are excited. Like Alex excited the Roman Polanski one. This is one that intrigues me. It is the Blair Witch Project Collection. Did you notice that Blair Witch in theater?
All I'm going to say is, if you like snotty noses, these movies are for you.
Well, the first, second one, very different.
Yes.
I love the fact. A lot of people hate the fact, but I love the fact that Blair Witch 2 went in a completely different direction than the initial film.
Well, they should really, because otherwise they get too predictable, don't they? That's the problem with a lot of these sequels, I find. Or these franchise sequels where,
The reason it was that kind of the kind of the slight outrage thing where they said, "And look at this girl here.
oh,
It's a hot goth girl. How can you not like Blair Witch 2?"
I don't like cemeteries, but I'm telling you, seeing that, it makes me want to go and visit one.
You don't like? Oh, I'm slightly goth that way, I guess. I love cemeteries.
Or you like walking around in them, you're looking moody and everything.
I used to. I did the animation station video yesterday, the first one of those, which I got to get you in for, by the way. And like I talked about the fact, like slightly there, that I did go to visual arts, did go to art school. But way before that, I used to get charcoal and kind of like it's thin paper, and you go and you shade like the tombstones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I used to do that. I used to have a bunch of those, bunch of shading.
The Blair pin collection, LOL.
But let us see what the features are on this one here as well, because I'm actually very intrigued.
Should be a lot of new stuff, really, I think.
See, I haven't looked. I wanted to wait until we were doing this together. So we got new audio commentary by Matt Blasey, author of 8 Days in the Woods and Making the Blair Witch Project, a whole ton of featurettes, including The Curse of the Blair Witch, that like 45-minute long VHS documentary that came out on its own, which in a way is really maybe a little bit better, the actual Blair Witch, and it really works well alongside it. If you want to hear more about this, Movie Timelines just did a mockumentary episode, which I recommend you check out.
Well, that's quite lucky if they've just done that, because with this now, it'll probably get more traction.
Oh yeah, well, he's one of those guys that I don't know. Everybody always needs more tracking, but like because he's incredible, one of my favorites. Like I watch everything that guy that guy does, and I think that's one of those guys that I relate to. Interview with director Joe Berlinger on the second one. We get interview with director of photography Nancy Schreiber. More new special features to be confirmed. There's a ton of featurettes on here, and transferred over stuff. Two extra audio commentaries from before, an extra featurette. The soundtrack trailer and live performance by Godhead is on here. Shadow of the Blair Witch documentary is here. The Burkittsville 7 documentary is here. Cast interviews, Godhead music video. Again, they're 1080p high def presentations. We get the 5.1 surround audio and an LPCM 2.0 stereo for number 2 and a 1.78 aspect ratio. And we get the LPCM 2.0 stereo with a 1.37 aspect ratio, which is a correct ratio for Blair Witch. If you saw it in theater, you know what I'm talking about.
I know my cousin was probably working in the cinema at the time when it came out, so he'd know all about that.
The Blair Pin Collection. There we go. Malcolm's like standing in the corner, back to the camera. Oh man, I'm gonna need to get a drink soon. I gotta say that.
Oh boy, I thought you already got a drink before we started.
I had a coffee. I need something a little bit more. The Blair thumb. I wasn't big on those thumb parodies actually. A lot of people loved them, but I wasn't big on them. Though, what do you think on this so far? After we announce we go through the last one, then I want to get your thoughts on like the bundle itself. If you were getting ones, which one I want you to rank the bundle like from. So, prepare.
This one here, right? This is true, right? Aaron might get what do you call me over this, but I'm going to say this. This is what killed the bundle for me. Just this. I'd buy this bundle for everything else and just probably give that one away because I just didn't like that. For some reason, I didn't like this Suspiria movie. I'm glad it's on 4K because it's probably artistic enough to look good on 4K, but I was just never keen on it.
Well, if you get that bundle and you give that away, send us my way. I'm a massive fan. So we got an audio commentary on the first disc, 4K UHD, because it's a 4K release by Miranda Corcoran. In its original aspect ratio of 1.85, it's got HDR. It doesn't have it's got Dolby Atmos, but it doesn't have Dolby Vision. Dolby Vision is big in North America, but HDR10, HDR10 Plus tend to be the standard outside of North America and everywhere else. On the first Blu-ray, we get, again, that commentary. And the third disc is where all the features are at. We get a new video essay by Italian film critic David Polici. We get an interview with Walter Fasano. We have a video essay by author and film scholar Alexandra Heller-Nicholas. She's getting a lot of stuff lately, and I really am glad that she is. She's extremely good. We got another video essay by film writer Philip Jeffries, a whole bunch of archival featurettes as well, including interviews with Dakota Johnson, Mia Goth, my goddess, Grace Moretz, Jessica Harper, and composer Thom Yorke. So, it hits me sometimes that you got Mia Goth, right?
Yeah.
This was one of her early films. But imagine your first movie that you've ever did is the Lars von Trier film.
Yeah, crazy,
Like right out of the gate, man. Right at the gate. It's got to set a slightly unrealistic expectation for yourself.
I would think so, but she's done well.
She's not extreme well. It's been insane. I still have yet to see Maxine. I know you've seen it. Without giving any spoilers away, did you like it?
I liked what I saw of it, yeah.
I am going to say this right now. I am a Dakota Johnson fan. I like her. A lot of people hate on her, but I actually find her really good. I think she has a great sense of humor for herself.
I think her greatest films were those 50 Shades films where you see her naked.
I don't know, man. Madam Web. Love me some Madam Web. I'm like the only person, but I actually didn't mind the movie at all, man.
What's that, Madam Web?
Yeah. The Blair Witch didn't resonate with me personally, me either. But I like it more now, Alex, than I used to. But Blair Witch 2, I really, really like. As you know, as a guy that went to school for public relations and business and marketing, uh, that's where Blair Witch resonates with me more than anything else.
I think the two films that did the genre were Blair Witch and Wreck.
Rec, I have the Rec set here from Scream Factory. I'm sure you got that too.
Yeah,
It's such a brilliant set.
they're the two films that I think really made what those movies become. Like you had to ruin it. It started off good, and now that's discounted everything you said before. Oh well.
He does prefer the OG, but they are very different entities. That's correct. This is our first time
Right.
going live on EvaMux, and I will say I do like this format.
I like it.
I
I will.
love.
Let me be a bit more honest about this Suspiria. Right. I think if it wasn't called Suspiria and how I wasn't expecting it to be thingy, I think I probably would have given it a higher rating. In the sense of it maybe being different. But I think because I went in, not wanting the same film, but because I went in and I was expecting, I think it kind of, I don't like the film that much, and I still probably won't, but I probably would have given it a little bit more chance because it's very art feeling.
I I'm going to agree with you on a bit there because it's called Suspiria. I had a very negative
Yeah,
going into towards this film. I do like it, and I do like the artistic style of it. I really wish it wasn't called
except for
Suspiria.
the end.
It's okay. I mean, like, I really wish it wasn't called Suspiria. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Like, here's the thing: the ending of Suspiria, the original, and the ending of Suspiria in this one, neither one of them are exactly strong. To
what?
they're
The
it's
original
not.
one is a very strong ending.
It's not. I mean, it's very. It's the like going up to the ending's amazing. The actual ending Suspiria is just it's like it's, and I guess it makes sense where it's very fairy tale, esque in the way that's done. But I'm like, I maybe it's because I wanted more. I'm like, I just need a little bit. I need a little bit more. I need a little taste more. That's the Suspiria world. It's just gone. I'm like, oh damn it. So yeah, that's maybe you're right. But this one
I
here,
do own them, Alan, by the way. I do own the Tintin French live action films from Ken and Law, but I did buy them.
I haven't got those yet. I do need to get them out actually because I'm fans of those.
My slipcover came damaged when it came, so they do have English subtitles because they're from Kino. Kino
Yeah,
won't release them without subtitles. I can tell you that right now.
it's and with I guess the next thing I have to ask you, and is this, and I'll do it as well. Everybody here in the comment section, I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Rank these from your least excited to most excited. There's 6 releases here, so in sixth place, what do you put in sixth place? You go first. I'll go next.
Okay, in sixth place, I'm going to put Suspiria because I seen it, but I got to be honest, I do want to see it in 4K a little bit. I kind of wish Mubi had released over in 4K. So in sixth place, Suspiria.
I'm gonna put Superstition basically because I don't remember it that well,
Okay.
and I can't just like pot it up high just because of like cover. But I remember it being a better cover than it was a film.
Yeah.
But so sixth place is Superstition for me. Um, yeah, sure feels like weather. So
It
to
is
find
a
a decent
brilliant.
one. I agree with you, Brian. Man, it deserves it. So what do you
Hmm.
put in fifth place?
I think I'm going to put Superstition in fifth because I don't remember it.
No, no, no.
Cats are going out over there. In fifth place, I am going to put, and it might be a little bit controversial, but I'm going to put Antichrist, aka Tempter, there.
Ooh.
Because although I do like the film, it's never been one that's really super resonated with me as, okay, this is like
Okay.
one I really, really need. It's a watch, but it's not something that I go to on a base. And I have the film
Yeah.
that I don't feel the need. Like if this was part of, say for instance, I had like Alex, I had like a brochure and a voucher, and okay, I can get a free bundle. I'd get this bundle, but I would think like, am I keeping this one? You know what I mean?
I know what
Um,
you mean.
So yeah, that goes into fifth place. In fourth,
In fourth place, yeah, probably Antichrist.
for me, in fourth place, I'm going to put, and I got the movie. I love the movie. I think it's absolutely fantastic film. But I am going to put Death Valley. It's a great film, a great suspenser. But I think fourth place is definitely a very, considering all the stuff that's here, it's a very high like ranking for
Hmm,
an early '80s thriller, which is
yeah.
what it is. A good early '80s thriller with a great twist at the end, by the way. If you guys haven't seen it, so it does have an amazing twist at the end of it. So I definitely a high recommendation on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, Man in Crazy is getting a Kino Cult 4K as well.
I think next up, I'm going to put the Blair Witch Collection at number 3.
Good choice. For me, we're down to the top three. This is where it gets hard because we're down to three sets. Three. I'm going to get controversial. Alex is not going to like this.
Uh-oh.
But I am going. Oh yeah, maybe I. No, he might. Um, I'm going to put Suspiria in third place, and I don't love this film, but I like this film a lot, and I think that it deserves this treatment. I think the director is genius visual director. Even though I think that taking Suspiria and making it muted in colors rather than like
Yeah.
definitely is a choice, right? I'm not sure if I totally like that choice.
This one. This one.
So what's number two?
Number 2 would be Death Valley.
Death Valley. For me, number two. Oh, this is hard. It really is. Because I'm excited about the next two releases.
Ooh.
Well, I'm going to put Blair Witch Collection number two. It was almost number one, and this is one that could flip, easily flip, because I am a massive fan of the sequel.
So I guess we both picked Roman Polanski then as number 1.
We did, and I wasn't
How
sure.
much is that Roman Polanski set anyway?
The Roman Polanski set on its own is actually $139.95 Australian, which is much less in UK and even much less in Canada as well. So it's less. It's around $100 Canadian. So which is 139. So I guess it's about $80. Like
Probably.
UK.
Does it have the UK up there? Because I
Well,
reckon that's going to be what, 80 quid?
let's go. Let's go back. Let's go over here and let's bring it over to Great British Pounds. There you go. 72.51 for you.
Oh boy.
That's a good price. You can't. Yeah, that's a good price. So what a massive difference between Australian and like.
Yeah, big difference. It's a shame it's not yen. It'd be even better.
So I'm gonna put because it doesn't show it there. I have to check and see how much that will be like in Canadian.
Right, let's see.
I'm already rethinking like, do I want to put Blair Witch number one? I
Oh,
really am. I mean, because here's the thing, and this is the big thing that I'm thinking, and like, bear with me. The Blair Witch ones are getting this released for the first time, right?
yeah.
Most of these films here, like these films
And
here,
sadly, they don't come with a booklet either.
have already been released.
Hmm.
Like I don't like I really don't care so much about the documentary on Roman Polanski, but Bitter Moon, Death and the Maiden, and Ninth Gate have all gotten releases to an extent. So, but in all honesty, the Emmanuel Segner box set
Cover.
is really
Look, that set makes you want to do a tribute, doesn't it? Really.
but I got to switch it up. I'm going to do it, guys. I've got to put. I'm switching it. Alex, you're going to hate me. I got to put Blair Witch number one.
Oh.
Like the top three could switch back and forth. the top three can
No,
switch back
it's
and forth.
fine.
It could easily go. I could easily put the Polanski set number one because I think they're great films. I could easily also, like, I'm not gonna lie, put Suspiria number one because I think,
Oh God.
like, just that the way that the presentation of that set is incredible. Like
One thing
for
people have to remember. Sorry, Aaron, I just want to say this quickly. One thing people have to remember as well is if you live in the UK and let's see one buy that one Polanski set for £72, then you've got to pay the shipping unless you pay 400 Australian dollars in total for him to get free shipping.
So you should look up the Bern Blatt release of the Blair Witch German release. Is it's something I can show on screen, right? Just before I do that. Let's do that. Actually,
Oh,
what are you saying? Oh, for
I'm going to get banned.
better not. It's, that doesn't look too bad. You'd be surprised the amount of people back in the day that thought that the Blair Witch was real, guys. Thought this was a real thing. You want to do Powerhouse Indicator while we're here? Let's do it. I talked about it yesterday, like just offhand, but I think it's
It's
much
exciting.
more interesting to talk about together because we got some really good releases here when it comes to this stuff. There's only 2 releases, so this is going to be easier to rank.
Hey, that's not true. That's not true. It's technically 8.
Well, yeah. Well, we're not ranking them film by film. Sorry, dude.
It's
Okay, so the
technically
first
8.
release gets a US and UK one, and let's look at it right now. It is El Vampiro, Two Blood-Sucking Tales from Mexico. There are 6,000 copies of this being made, I think. 3,000 for the US and 3,000, 6,000 or 8,000. I gotta check. 8,000. So 4,000 for the
It's
UK,
8,000.
4,000 for the US, which I'll say right now makes me nervous. Mexico Macabro had 6,000, right? 3,000 US, 3,000 UK. Went out of print extremely fast. And I expect this one to be another one that's going to go quickly out. These are extremely popular if you know these type of films, vampire films, and they predate the Hammer films by about a year, but they have that Hammer-esque gothic feel to them before Hammer was.
Alex sent me the link for that Blair Witch thing that you didn't find.
Oh,
So I've
really?
sent it on
Okay.
to you in Facebook.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, man.
Have you ever seen these before?
Yes. Thanks to my dad. My dad has the DVD edition of these. Have you seen them?
No.
You're gonna love them. Very good films. And my dad used to say, and I'm not sure he's here, used to swear by these films. And he's got the set, so he's
Hold
like,
on. So when you say swear bomb, do you mean you just go effing this, effing that? I love this mother of effing film.
he's like, this, these are, it's a great film. So I'm
Yeah.
glad to have these because they're out of print. But I said, Dad, are you going to buy these again? And he's like, no, I'm good. They're okay. Dad, I know you like them more than okay.
I need to do a message quickly.
I
Dad,
think,
if
I
you're
think you'll,
there,
I think,
buy them for me.
I think you're about. I think he will. I think it's going to be one of those things he's going to look at. Because here's the thing:
Physically wise.
brand new 4K restorations from the OCN for the Vampire. And Vampire's Coffin is good. It's not as good as the first one, but I still think it's really good. By Alameda Films. It's a 2K scan. We get the original Spanish mono tracks for both of these, alternative English soundtracks in both of the films. So if you don't like reading subtitles, you don't have to. Audio commentary with Vampire himself, Jermaine Robles. We get a 2024 interview with Claudio and Rosa Salazar Arenas.
What was his name?
Germain Robles, I think.
Didn't you say Uranus?
No, the other guy. Arenas. Like Claudia and Rosa Salazar Arenas? Arenas? We'll go with Arenas. I'm going with Arenas, man. Interview with Abraham Castillo Flores, the film program creator, Mexican horror cinema expert. Interview with Juan Ramon Oban. Interview with Roberto Correa. interview with Eliza Lozano. Like all these are new. Like these are all brand new interviews. A whole
So
bunch of
basically, all
stuff.
Mexican people then, for the
Yeah,
most
like
part.
which is who you want. It's a Mexican film, so it's definitely
Sure,
who you
which
want.
is better than what I'm saying. Which is better than even some random American person talking about. Do you know what I mean? Because the history of the films would be Mexican, wouldn't they?
Exactly. And here's the thing: like image galleries, promotional and publicity materials. I'm not sure if you noticed this or not, but within that, the Vampire's Coffin French photo novel is included, which I thought was really interesting. I'm a big comic book guy, so I love that. 80-page book as well. Are you picking this up?
Yeah, I probably will, but I'm, I'm hopefully going to wait for a sale. So maybe in March if they've still got it.
I'm going to keep an eye
Because
on the amount that they have for this release because it is one that I am interested in.
I feel like I get burnt a bit too much. I buy them day one and then they're in the sale. Do you know what I mean? And then I'm like, I could have saved £8 to £10, but then they're gone, like for the Mexican macabre one.
1,000,000%. Exactly. That's why I say you just keep an eye. Like they send out like emails all the time. They'll let you know when things are low stock as well. By the way,
Yeah,
after we
when they
look at
tell
these
you
two, I'll
it's
bring up
low,
the one that Alex showed
and when
because
they
I just
tell
got
you
the
it's
link.
low, normally they're giving you a thing with it's like 500, 600, so you've actually still got a chance.
And sometimes it just goes like some of them like sometimes like holy crap this one this has gone
Yeah.
so quick. Okay, Columbia horror. I wouldn't say all these are horror, but they're suspense horror, thriller horror, that type of thing. Um, and I think it's a great start. This is a volume one, I think. So we're going to be getting more of these. We have 6 films here: Behind the Mask, Black Moon, Airhawks, which was the one that kind of confused me the
So
most.
it's behind the
Uh,
mask, that one for Shout Factory released with the like mockumentary where where the killer's walking around talking to them.
Unfortunately, Malcolm, this one is from 1932, so I don't think Leslie Vernon was even existed at that point. We got All in Doom, Men Cry the Werewolf, and The Soul of a Monster.
I've got
Um,
Black Moon. Imprint released that two months ago.
that's the thing. That's why it's smart. You're doing the smart thing now is in waiting a bit just to see. Okay,
Yeah,
is this going to double over? If I do want to get this, I want to get this set. Maybe I should wait to see if I can get it at a sale price to get the other films, or
yeah.
will Imprint release some more of these films? So it's always always good to look into
See,
different options for this.
what I'm going to say, yeah, is this, right? I love most when Indicator released the older films. The things I love from Indicator are the British films they release. To me, that's important, obviously, to, the UK and for people to see all over the place, but mostly for here, in my view, because a lot of people my age missed out on a lot of that. And when they do these old films, I prefer that to like when they release things like Bruiser, for instance, or something like that.
Bruiser need to release. Don't hate on
Yeah,
Bruiser.
but it didn't need an indicator release. It needed the release from someone like 88 Films, though. You know what I mean?
It's just I feel like films like Bruiser and Scum, for instance,
Yeah.
uh, are only going to come from Indicator.
Yeah, but Scum's a proper classic. Bruiser isn't.
Did you not like Bruiser? I mean, like I know George didn't like Bruiser.
Oh, I don't mind Bruiser, but what I'm saying is to me, I would have preferred if it come through like 88 Films or something instead of having that deluxe treatment. You know? But, it depends. I ain't seen Bruiser in many years, but I remember just thinking, this shows where George A. Romero is now to what he was, and that's the reason it probably sells on the Indicator.
It was a different one. It was hard to get. Like it was controversial. The violent stuff was controversial. Bruiser back in the day. I think Bruiser right now is ripe for reevaluation. I would have to watch it again because in the time that I watched it, I saw Ramiro in a certain light, and I did like the film overall, but I remember very little about it.
Yeah.
And I think that it's one that I would need to do like a critical like reevaluation of. So eventually, I will eventually pick it up.
Actually,
Should I
Scum's
use
looking at
eventually enough there?
Criterion release.
Like, should I use eventually just a few more times? Just, just to hammer it in. All right, so we
I
got.
actually think Scum's one of the greatest films from Britain's ever made.
Should have been a BFI release. Actually, I could see Scum being a BFI release. It's just that
Criterion.
Indicator is such a British label in the stuff that they do, and I really.
I'm still waiting for them to release the Business 4K and Football Factory.
That'll be interesting to see what they do. I mean, like I've seen them; they've gone in different directions, and I've heard different reasons for them going in different directions. I'm sure we all have. We'll discuss it sometime, actually. Okay, here we go. High definition remasters of Behind the Mask, Black Moon, Airhawks, All of the Doom Men, Cry of the Werewolf, and Soul of a Monster. Tinted and black and white presentations of Black Moon. Was that included on the imprint edition of it, by the way?
That was included on the imprint edition. I'm going to tell you, every feature on the Black Moon one is on things that's the same thing completely on that one.
All right, so we got the original mono audio commentary with Daniel Kremer. Is it Kremer or Kremer?
Kremer.
Kremer, okay, thanks. Audio commentary with Stephen Jones and Kim Newman. Oh, okay, I got that name.
Kim Newman.
With Jeremy Arnold. Audio commentary with Alexander Hiller Nicholas and Josh Nelson. Audio commentary with Eloise Ross. Audio commentary with critics Stephen Jones and Kim Newman. Audio Sheldon Hall on Jack Holt. Jonathan Rigby on Peter Lorre. Tom Vincent on Burnett Guffey. A BHP interview with Constance Cummings from 1997. Archival audio recording.
That's
going to be good. I love these BHP interviews, man. And those Guardian interviews that they put in as well. New York to Berlin in 26 hours, a documentary short on the exploits of aviator Wally Post, who plays himself in the Airhawks. Don't Kill Your Friends, World War II short film featuring Cry the Werewolf, Nina Fox.
Oh, that's a good one, right?
She was in another werewolf film. Image galleries, promotional and publicity materials, new and improved English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing, which I think is really important. A limited edition exclusive 100-page book, world and UK premieres on Blu-ray, limited box set of 6,000 for UK only. And damn it, man. This is quite the release.
The only thing that gets me about Indicator, and I know a lot of people don't really care because of shelf space, and I don't really care, but it's something I miss. It's the cases, the plastic cases with each booklet inside. I do miss that.
I do miss the booklet, like the singular booklets on each one. So in that way, I agree. I miss the plastic case that way, but I do kind of love. I've started to kind of love that like cardboard case.
Yeah.
So it's
it don't matter as much, but I still miss it.
What was Columbo in the Rockford Files? Seeing him and no one ever mentioning him, probably because for rights reasons they couldn't. It was probably just a winker and a nod towards the show. They do that a lot in a lot of shows.
You know what they said to him? They said, "Hey Peter, get fucked." Get fuck off. Get you're on the wrong set. Fuck off.
Malcolm. Let's check out that Blair Witch. Like, what the hell? Except cookies, I guess.
Yeah, there you go. Oh,
that is cool looking.
If you saw that in A La Palice, you'd have picked that up.
Oh yeah, definitely would have picked that up. Even though it has the Blair Witch 2016 movie on there, which was a choice. Was a choice.
It was an awful movie. Just like Rings. Oh
man, I think I could watch Rings before I could watch Blair Witch 2016 again. Though.
I knew somebody who asked me. I kid you not. Someone said, "You know that new film Rings?" I said, "Yeah." They said, "Is it a Sonic the Hedgehog movie?"
It'll be better. It'll be better with a Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
So
you're right, Alex. This is a real nice looking one. Just such good stuff here. There's some. It's only July, and we've already gotten so many amazing, Halloween announcements.
Well, I mean, all the October announcements are happening now, right? So, I mean, what are we going to... I mean, we've only got November and December to be announced now, really, before we get to the January ones.
Well, let's be fair. December is really a dead month for a lot from announcements. November is really the last of the year and stuff for real true announcements.
I've got to say this, guys, because Aaron, is so angry and so bitterly venomous about Eureka's announcements.
I so am. I really am. I mean, like, I like Eureka, man. I'm so like let's go. Okay, let's look at the October releases, the Halloween releases for Eureka. You ready, guys? So, anybody here that doesn't know, Eureka has decided like we've seen some classic horror come
Yeah.
and some Spanish horror come from Indicator, right? We've seen like some 80s and some 70s horror, some more modern stuff coming from Imprint. Of course, we're going to get the Severin horror, and we're going to get the horror coming in from Vinegar Syndrome and a lot of other companies. And Eureka normally does really good with like classic horror, maybe some silent horror, some different stuff. So imagine my surprise when Eureka announced that for the month of October,
Thank you.
yeah, Tank Girl. And if you're a really big fan of Tank Girl, 9 chance out of 10, and I know you're a fan, right? You like Tank Girl?
May.
Yeah. Do you not?
Donna is.
No, it's okay.
I've
Your
never seen it.
wife is, but I'm guessing you probably get her the Umbrella edition.
I did buy the Umbrella edition, yeah.
This
Which, by
probably,
the way, does look better than that.
yeah, not a surprise. And this one here, this is the one that made me upset. Like Malcolm said,
I'm really
I'm
excited
a
about this one.
massive Angela Mao fan. Love her stuff. And I do credit my dad and Bruce Lee for like getting me an Angela Mao. But Broken Oath is a really good Angela Mao film. Have you seen this one?
Yeah, I've got the DVD that I picked up, the Legendary DVD.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a really good movie. I already pre-ordered the Blu-ray.
I think I just wish this was a November one, because this is one of those like it's a really cool release, something you want under the Christmas tree type of thing. Fun watch. You know what I mean?
Really good film.
Deserves the spotlight. And I just think at a time when, everybody's looking at like October, you're looking at buying your Halloween releases. You want your movies for your 31 days of Halloween. People that are coming online. Because let's be honest, a lot of like I mentioned to you before, a lot of the like nowadays, the what's the word I'm looking for, man? A lot of like the publicity that they get for these releases are from YouTube. And when October hits and this is getting released, I'm sure people that like primarily like
Can overlook it, like
Asian channels like are going to be looking at this, like Asian movie channels, but like channels that are looking at 31 Days of Horror and stuff like that, they're not going to spend any time on Broken Oath.
let's be honest, there's more and way too many horror channels on YouTube compared to any other kind. So yeah, it's gonna get lost in the mix.
That's the thing, and it's not the fact that it's like that there's too many horror channels. It's that Eureka made a mistake.
I mean, compared to the others, like the other kinds.
Yeah, like it. Certain ones that
it's Sunset Cuddy.
Yes, who is, if you're a Patreon member, then you've got to see, hopefully, the Animation Station inaugural edition video.
I just want to respond to Alan Singh. He said, May2December, are you going to get the documentary called Kiko, The Untold Story of the Starfree Willie? Now, I'm going to tell you something.
I said no, but right? Like...
Kiko is not the Starfree Willie in this household. All right? I go upstairs, I see my wife, and randomly I shout, Free Willy, right? So I can, if you want, I can show you that right now by standing up.
We are going to like, and Brian Goes Blue said, I'm going to be really upset if Scream Factory doesn't put out something amazing for October. It's been a pretty mediocre year for them. With that being said, why don't we look at Scream Factory to see what's there so far. I'm being won over.
They're not re-releases.
I'm being won over by this EvoMux. I really freaking am, man.
Arrow announced theirs, didn't they? Well, they've not done that yet.
I don't think they've announced their October stuff yet.
Let me have a look quickly on my phone.
Oh, Arrow, you mean?
Yeah.
Arrow announced some stuff. I'm not sure if they enjoy 10% off your next order. On my next order. So we were very disappointed when they announced Phantoms. That was because
That was exciting.
we wanted good films.
I was really happy for that. No, they haven't done the October yet, so that's going to be exciting.
But there's some good releases here. Like, I mean, maybe I might be alone in this, but
You are alone.
I liked the Amityville remake.
You're alone on an island with Amityville Horror, the
You
Ryan
like this
Reynolds,
one?
Melissa George movie.
I thought it was good. I thought it was really good. I thought Ryan Reynolds was really good in this, and
Melissa
we
George
get
was hot in it.
Melissa George is hot and everything, man. Like this best.
I wonder, she was hot in Heartbeat, you know, that medical drama.
Yeah.
Oh,
But we got like it's a 2-disc set on the Blu-ray. There's a new interview with director Adam Douglas and the composer Steven Jablonsky. Archival featurettes. Not a lot of new stuff on there, but this is something that I would think about picking up. Again, I'd be very careful because I'm very careful when it comes to these transfers. See, here's the thing. I love Stepfather. I just picked this up in Spain. I don't know if I need a 4K edition of this one.
I really
And I
wish
think
they'd
that-
just done the 3 and the 4th one, like in a box set.
Yeah, if there'd been a box set, hell yeah, I'd pick that in second. Like there's a lot of features in this one, so this will probably be one that I will double dip on. If it had just been like a pretty much featureless one, no. But I've got Stepfather in my collection, so I don't feel I have to rush to get it. You know what I mean?
No. Phantoms.
I don't think anybody wants to rush.
They do. Everybody loves Phantoms in the chat. I know they do. They love it.
Because we got like an interview with Joel Sassoon. Vidal Sassoon. I think Vidal Sassoon when I hear it. And director of photography Richard Claybog. I'm being like very intently looked at by Pixie over here.
Good on you, Brian, picking up Phantoms. You.
Yeah, of course he is. Like somebody's got to. No, I'm joking, guys. I like to. It's not a bad film, but it's been a running gag on the channel for the longest time, man. Doomsday is here as well. I think there's some good releases overall. I do feel, and I do think I'm not alone in this. We're getting way too many re-releases. You know,
Yeah.
like how many times do we need to see a Creepshow release? This is a very nice cover for what it is. I'm not exactly a super fan of it, but did we need another like steelbook for a Creepshow?
No.
We did not.
Has anybody seen the new television announcements?
Are there new television announcements?
No, there isn't. It's been almost 2 months.
Look, when you said that, I'm like, did I miss something? No reverse art of Phantoms under the slip, though. You've already received it. Okay, that's pretty quick.
Yes, that is. There should have been multiple.
I'm just wondering on something. Like, I'm only doing this through like YouTube, but if I had attached like Facebook to this, does that mean that I would get like Facebook messages with like the Facebook logo coming up, the same way?
Yeah,
the
you
YouTube
would.
logo? That's brilliant. Like, no, but as a StreamYard guy, that's brilliant.
You get on StreamYard as well.
No. StreamYard, when you attach your Facebook to StreamYard, the messages in the comments don't show up. They only show up the YouTube messages. Only way you can see the Facebook messages if somebody's watching it through Facebook is if you go to Facebook and actually put the screen up.
Not on the more expensive one, you don't, because I've seen that.
Well, on the one that I had, which is the mid-tier one, you don't.
Television always says they have like 80 titles to release by the end of the year and then put out random. Let me tell you something about television, right? I love television, don't get me wrong, I do.
You just called him out, man. You just called him out.
Right? Yeah, they'll understand. I know they will, right? I've got like 110 left or something to get from my subscription. And I'm still waiting for the last months.
You've been old, man.
I'm still waiting for Jones to come because for some reason it's not updating on the tracking, right? And yet they're not announcing anything. When I asked, they said we're not announcing anything until after we've shipped everything. Well, if you've got a month before that stuff turns up, why can't you announce it? I just don't understand it.
Dude, don't worry. Before you know it, there's a whole bunch of shot on video movies that are coming your way. Just saying.
I reckon it's because they're releasing Gateway 1 and 2.
That's probably why. I mean, like, we've had like Ryan disconnected in the comment section here a bit, and do want to get him on the channel again. And he does some featurettes for a lot for television, and I have to say he's done some incredible work on that stuff. I want to get the Nail Gun Massacre one. That's released. You know how I feel about that. Though I still think he should have reached out to Ryan. When you watch this video, you should reach out for Nail Gun Massacre. Shame on you.
Oh, what's this? Sunset Cuddy says, again, my apologies for blabbing on endless in yesterday's video, and the tech difficulties on my part, and hopefully will be corrected in future videos. If there's even will be future videos.
There will definitely be future videos. But no, this is the way it was supposed to be. That's why I initially was going to do a video with you, Malcolm, and with together. And I said, okay, for these here, I'm just going to do like one-on-ones. So that way it's whoever's talking just gets the chance to talk. And I shut up a lot.
Basically, that sounds why I'm saying, Gino, if me and you were both in the video, there would be no video because we'd both be just yapping on like crazy, like blah 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 blah.
That's it. It's like old maids talking at a as my grandmother would say, old maid chatter at a kitchen party. That's a very Newfoundland thing to say, actually. I'm guessing nobody here knows what a kitchen party is, but
also, Gino, don't put yourself down.
Yeah, man. Like,
but I don't know how many times I've said this. Stop putting yourself down.
This is still. I'm still surprised this is not in your collection.
Nah, it's not my collection. I'll tell you why. Right, this is not a hate thing on the films because I love the films. I've watched them so many times. I don't feel like I need them in my collection. I really don't, because I've seen them over and over and over again. I feel like it's something that can wait until I find it really cheap or really what do you call it. Because I get people that love Friday the 13th more than anything because there's reasons. Like me with Prom Night and My Brave Valentine, I can watch them over and over again. But with Friday the 13th, I feel like I've just seen them so many times. The only one I really want at the set is Jason X.
It's such a cool set. Like for me, this is how much I love Friday the 13th. So when I came here, like I bought the set, and as soon as it came out, I had the previous like slimline Blu-ray set with that had a bunch of features on it. And what
is that the one that was in the tin?
No, it's the one that like prior to the tin. And there was one prior to that, which was a DVD one, which came with a mini mask, and it had like.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
So I had that one, and I had
the tin one at one point.
Yeah, so I had initially there was From Crystal Lake to Manhattan, and I picked up that, and when they redid it and put out the second set, commentaries that were on From Crystal Lake to Manhattan were missing from the follow-up sets until the new set came out. So if you have From Crystal Lake to Manhattan, you got all those commentaries. But if you have anything after that, then you're missing commentaries that are included again into the Scream Factory set. But this is how much I like this. So when I upgraded to that mini mask set, I went out and found the discs on their own with the extra commentaries, and they're still in my collection. And when I upgraded from that to the Blu-ray, I kept the mini mask set, and I kept that small Blu-ray edition as well. And I took the DVD set and I brought it to the farm, so that if I wanted to watch the Friday the 13th films at the farm, the Scream Factory set was downstairs, and I had the slimline Blu-ray set upstairs in case I just wanted to watch the movies on Blu-ray one night, and I didn't want to just come downstairs and bring up the whole big ass.
You know what that's called? That's called holding.
It is. It's called fandom. Look at that. There we go.
Yeah, that would happen to me, actually. It's happened to me a few times when I bought stuff.
Somebody has to make that sacrifice. They won't add 4K set because, unfortunately, Paramount's been very iffy with that.
Yeah, his Halloween box set did fall apart. It was like a real mess.
Did it really? My Halloween box has gone from Canada to Morocco, and it's still in great condition.
Mine was mint when I sold it. Ooh.
It is. I want a really good Nightmare on Elm Street set, and I know it's going to be a long time before I get it.
There is one. There's that Blu-ray set that was released ages ago.
but the Slimline set, it's right next to my Friday 13th set. But I want a real set, you know? To, that like I want a Scream Factory set, or I want to see Arrow do it. No, I don't want Arrow do a set because Arrow's going to do it like the Child's Play set.
If
And
they
I'm
did like a
not down
Charles
with
program, I
that
would. You
feature.
know, I saw that in the store on sale for the Arrow sale. I saw it in HMV.
How
I
does
looked at it and I still didn't pick it up. I
does
was
it look
like,
as
ugh.
bad in person?
It's actually not as bad as it looks like on the outside because I think they fixed, the problem. But the actual flap things, I felt the same way about the Bruce Lee set after I bought it and saw the re-releases. I kind of wanted the re-released 4Ks instead of the, the one in the box.
Yeah, I mean, like that. I got to say it's the one time I was glad I didn't buy the box set was when I saw the re-release. Those Bruce Lee's, I was like, oh, those are really nice looking.
Yeah, I did
I'm
want them. I
thinking
did think
people that
about them all
watch that
different.
box must be pissed off. Yeah, and I would understand. I would completely understand it actually.
Well, I've got a movie here to show quickly.
Oh, let's actually. I'm gonna put the screen up so that you guys can.
I got this from Umbrella. This is called Dr. Crippen.
Oh, yes, that is such a nice release, Malcolm.
Right. And it came with these cards too.
I like the fact that it looks like, like evidence.
It's there's actually like I think it's like 8 cards in there, which is quite nice. So yeah, I wanted to show that.
Which is a fantastic. Like at this point right now. See if I got it.
Especially while Robert England's still around. I think that's the time when they really miss out.
The DVD
when
release.
these sets get made and basically the main star is gone, passed away.
This is still the best release for Nightmare on Elm Street. And it's the DVD set. This is when you know you need a new release. Why is it so backwards?
That's what I was wondering. Oh, there it is.
That's such a great set. Like, I love that bonus disc where you're doing all those like that maze and those puzzles to like unlock like extra scenes and stuff like that. Archell Jr. Did it have a guy on it? I bet you had a guy on it.
I had a box set turn up once, which was completely smashed. And they wanted me to tape it up, and I said, "Do you know what? I'm not doing that." And I sent it back.
There you go. I think that's it. My maid got nervous by the Freddy Krueger thing.
Especially from behind.
Here's the thing. When I was a kid, I've told the story before. My friend, because I guess I was lanky and skinny. My friends used to have my best friends had nightmares about me turning into Freddy Krueger and killing them.
So he didn't think you were the guy from the second one?
No, it was only the first one at that point. This wasn't when there was a bunch from there. It was only the first film.
I love the second one. The second one's the best one.
But it's kind of comical now because here I am on YouTube with Freddy Krueger still hat. And I just realized that actually. It just came to me as well. Oh, there you go. Full circle, guys.
Well, I got another box set here to show.
Oh, let's see.
And that is Tun Tun.
You picked it up.
I did. Bit dull. Like you open it up and it's got, like that inside. And it's just got, a couple of pictures. Why did I get it? Because I was watching them online. And for some reason, after the first 4, every single one of them was in French with no subtitles. I was like, how am I supposed to watch these? So I got the set.
Yeah. I got the sets from Montreal when they were initially put out. And brilliant looking sets. And I think they did a good job. I feel like nowadays, this has worked hard, all right? But I feel like they got lazier with sets nowadays, and
Oh,
it
yeah,
does the same
definitely.
thing to the menus, right? It gets lazier. I'll show you like the Tintin one that I got here. You see
All right.
I mean? Because yours will be Blu-ray, so no,
Hmm.
I can scratch, better quality and all that stuff.
Oh, some good ones, Gino.
But presentation was king back then. Because not everybody would buy. And he did a blue and a red set to get them all there. Let's make sure I get this right.
I remember the blue set.
This is the red set.
Oh, you're talking about them ones, yeah.
Yeah, and this is the blue set. And you put them together.
Did they only have one story on each disc, or was it two?
I'll show you. Because it's neat the way they did it. They used two, but it was like a.
Because I know over here they originally had 10 discs.
So it's. I'll check here. Yeah, 2 stories per disc. For most of them. Like, for instance, this is the Crab Golden Claw and Tintin in Tibet. I'm not sure if there was.
I like how each one has a slipcover over it.
Yeah, it was done differently. So, and it had it done so basically you could have like, English or French like on the inside. And what I like is that when I used to get these when I was a kid, all these here, these are the original artwork from the covers of the books. So, like, for instance, one of my favorites would have been, let's just see, I like the Calculus Affair.
Oh, nice, yeah.
So if you're looking back here, you can see the cover of both of them.
Nice.
And Cigars of the Pharaoh.
Nice.
And I think this one here is called Flight 714. And
I know that one. It's called Coke in the Stock.
there you go. And of course,
with Captain Haddock having his party. That's the one that stopped with no subtitles or anything.
Oh, that's horrible, man. Because that's like that's the special. That's where Captain Haddock gets introduced.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like 60 Youth for Rackham's Treasure.
I did know there was two
Yeah,
Tintin Handmade series, Alan. I did know that. There wasn't one in the 90s.
There was a.
But yeah, what's interesting about this set? When I moved to America, before I moved to America, I went CX, and this was £6, right? And I missed out on it. When I got back, paid 50 and 60 quid for this used, right? Luckily, when I was on eBay, I found it for 20. So I was like, yay.
That's a great price. Like, those are great sets. And I love the Tintin animated series.
And now, the last thing I'll show quickly, just not to cut you up, Aaron, but last thing, Message from Space from Eureka.
Right. Oh, you picked up Message from Space?
I did pick it up, but I've got 2 copies because they sent me 2 copies, didn't they?
Is a better Halloween release. I'm not letting it go, man. Not letting it go.
Not going to let it go. Not going to let it go.
On that hill. I'm dying on that hill. In France, Hind, when the characters for Tintin. So, okay, real quick. So, Snowy was called Milou. That's the original name.
Milou.
Thompson and Thompson were called Dupont and Dupont.
That makes sense.
It's spelled differently. Like, let's say it was Thompson. And what about, was Captain Haddock still Captain Haddock?
No.
Who was he?
No, Captain Haddock, yeah.
So it's still Captain Haddock. Yeah. And Castafori is still Castafori.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Whatever you call calculus, it's Professor Tournesol.
What?
Professor Tournesol.
Okay, so Professor Cactus is.
Professor Tournesol. Tournesol is a sunflower, basically because he's.
Professor Sunflower.
Well, because really it's because a sunflower is just like turning its head all over the place, following the sun.
Oh, because he's so absent-minded?
Yes.
I still think Professor Calculus is a better name.
Yeah.
It
However,
is.
the person that created it with those names. So
I was hoping when you asked if Captain Hook was called something else, it was going to be called Captain Fish Fingers or something.
Fish wings and custard. Uh, for you Doctor Who guys out there. No, it's neat. I mean, like me and him would talk about this, and I'd say, it's Snow, and she'd go like, "It's me, Lou." I said, "Yeah, but Snow is his right name," and it's like, "Oh, not really," because the person's French that did it, right? He's Belgian.
Belgium.
Belgian. Well, he's speaking French.
Yes, but it was French.
Ooh, so you got corrected there. So you
Yeah,
made the
like
same mistake a boy does with Poirot.
that's what I was thinking actually. It was like, I'm not a little Frenchman. I'm a little Belgian. Oh, my little gray cells, man. But yeah, I mean, I eventually want to get those Tintin movies, ones that Alan mentioned, actually, the ones you got. The live
Really
action.
good quality as well. The picture quality is beautiful.
We met. Who's it? We met him. We met the guy that worked on those films.
Yeah, we met one of the illustrators from the cartoons.
Yeah, one of the illustrators from the cartoons. He actually had like
Ooh, nice.
a scale model of like the ship. Like,
Was that a convention?
yeah, and in Montreal, I think it was our second Montreal convention.
Yeah.
It was the second Montreal convention, actually. So it wasn't the year that we met like Adam West and those guys. It was the year that we met. I'm not sure we met that year. We met a few people.
He must have been really old.
Oh, Adam West.
No, the illustrator.
Yes, he was definitely older, but he wasn't like as old as some of the people that we met at the convention. I still one of the kind
The
of
one that was out of it was Stanley, poor guy.
yeah, Stanley was so tired. That was in the first convention we went to. Like
Yeah,
we
I almost
started
met
going to conventions.
Stanley in London.
You met him too, really quick, right? Like you go in, you picture
In, out, shake it all about.
because he looked so tired, and which he had to be.
He was like 90, wasn't he?
Yeah,
He was old.
he was old when we met him. But like, and we were, to be fair, we neither one of us were at the point where we're meeting Stanley. It's one of our idols. So we're at the point where neither of us are going to say anything clever. I think what do we say? Thank you. I think we said thank you.
Yeah.
I think that was pretty much it. Like thank you, because he architect of our childhood, Stanley,
He created so much what we've got today.
and to like a different extent, Steve Ditko. If you architect of like Zack Snyder's childhood.
And Jack Kirby, right?
Jack is the man. Jack Kirby's the man. Jack Kirby's awesome. To this day, like they're doing Absolute Power for DC, and the main villain is of course Darkseid. I do have the Peter Jackson, Steven Spielberg Adventures of Tintin movie. I got the 3D edition of that one, and it's a really good movie. I'm actually very surprised that they never followed up. Jamie Bell made a great Tintin.
But do you have the PS3 game
I used to.
of that said movie?
I don't anymore. I used to.
Ooh,
I don't have a
the
PS3
game is terrible, by the way. But the movie, I think it's good, but obviously it's not going to be as good as the original Tintin stuff, is it?
Well, I mean, like the first Tintin film.
They're making a sequel. It's coming out next year.
It's been a long time, man. What was it? Land of Lake the Sharks or something like that? The first one. Remember the first one? Like the straight to. So when you actually get the book, it's actually like stills from the film. Which one?
I've never seen the live action 3D weird thing.
It wasn't live action. It was like animated.
Yeah. Well, that.
You haven't seen it? We have it.
I know we have it. I just didn't care.
So that's it.
Sacrilege, I tell you, it's sacrilege.
Okay.
Guys, you have to tell him that you must care about the greatness of Tintin and the.
I do care.
Not the new one.
Yeah.
It's got
Never
Jamie
care
Bell.
about the new one.
Jamie Bell.
I'd rather pick up one of the books and read them.
Especially those early books before they.
Yeah, they were racist.
A little bit of racism. Like, hey, it was a different time. There was a time of racism sprinkled in. Who was the guy? Like, there was. Remember Tintin? Like, what an odd topic we got on here. There's this like character, and he was like a little kid, and his dad was like an oil sheik or something like that. It was always like pulling like pranks on Captain Haddock,
Yeah.
like giving him these exploding cigars and stuff. Um, one of my favorite characters actually was this little brat character. I can never remember his name.
I don't remember because I haven't watched them in ages. So that's what I was watching from.
I actually I gotta rewatch some of these actually fairly soon. I actually like the Sinton ones.
Wow. So get this. Alex sent me a video, right, on YouTube. I know all the guys here are going to want to see this. It's called the breastfeeding tutorial, where basically the woman's got her stuff out and she's feeding the baby.
And no, you're not. So,
I'll show this now.
and as Malcolm disappears from the screen, um,
But wow, what a weird thing, huh? Because I thought it was going to be something to do with movies. That's why I was a little bit looking. But yeah, I haven't seen these since I was a kid. That's why I'm watching them now.
it's good. I mean, to see stuff like this actually come out. Do you have anything like that you've thought? Like, is there anything right now, like of everything that's been announced, or anything that you're hoping comes? Is there anything that you're like, okay, I want to get this for Halloween, or do you think most of the stuff that you already got in your collection, you're already okay? This is my Halloween this year. Because when I was in North America, I used every Halloween. He knows this. I'd pick up around like 3 or 4 releases from Amazon, and I'd add them as like kind of like blind spots. I like new stuff that would come out. But nowadays,
I
like I
think
got so much here now. I don't know if I need
I
anything.
think I think I would. I think to be honest with you, probably that Mexican collection. You know, the Mexican collection and the Columbia horror set, because I think I want. If I'm going to get something for Halloween, I want it to be a big set. So that I feel like my money is worth the thing. I mean, I'm probably going to get the stuff from Imprint because I was waiting for stuff to get with Man in a Suitcase.
Ah,
So, because I want to get rid of my network one, because my network one's worth like £80 to sell. So I can get rid of that. I can get the Imprint one, put them with it. But since I probably won't get them in time for Halloween, I'll probably get the Imprint ones, and that might be for Halloween. But then I don't know. It depends. I mean, there's quite a few stuff coming out. Like, which I think what's coming out over the next couple of months.
I want everybody here, like in the comment section, what are you guys getting? What are you guys picking up for
Are you
Halloween?
picking anything up? Are you doing 31 days of Halloween?
I'm doing a very special 31 days. I'm not announcing it yet. Like you already know because behind the scenes you know what it is. It's because you're part of it. You're always part of 31 days Halloween. So we should have fun with this. Last year we had Dad in, and we did like Friday 13th. We did the entire
Bloody
Halloween.
murder.
Bloody Murder. Those were not painful at all to watch. Trevor Morehouse.
More with his little chainsaw.
That's why everybody remembers Trevor Morehouse. Nobody remembers Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers. Who are those guys, right?
Because Trevor Morehouse was the originator.
Hilarious films, man. But with that being said, we're almost up to our time limit. It's 2 hours for EvenMax per live stream, which isn't too bad. Actually, it gives us a nice live stream to do.
I actually think it's decent. I actually like this layout as well. I think this layout's better than StreamYard.
It's a really nice layout. I have to look through the way things are being done. Oh, here we go. We got Brian Goes Blue. Comments here. 31 films is a lot with also going to conventions, the Halloween Horror Nights in October. I'll probably do a 13 film lighter month. Actually, that's not bad. A lot of people have started to do like kind of lighter. 31 days is a lot to do, and I've started to like less than 31 days. And my oldest, like my daughter, she plans out her 31 days of Halloween usually in April, so that she's got all the films ready by the time like Halloween comes up. So she's always like, and she's switching things around. Me, I have started to go back to a lighter, as opposed to like a whole 31 days. But I do try to get 31 films in. Sometimes I do a bit of a cheat sheet. Do a couple films in September, and then and I find like with certain release that comes out there. I do a horror movie a day. I see about 10 to 12 in rep theaters, since any movie theater near me shows lots of older horror films. I love an indie horror theater around here, man. The rest I watch at home. Typically pick up at least 4 to 5 blinds about films. Show my girl some classics she hasn't seen, and sprinkle in some we have both seen. I really thought you said Andy Sprinkle. Sprinkle in some that we haven't seen, which is it's cool. I mean, like there's stuff that. By the way, have you got to see Deer Camp '86 yet?
No, not yet, because it just came out.
It's really good. There's live stream picture
Cult
quality.
classic in the making.
Yeah, that's the other thing, guys. For even the free version of EvoMux, it's a 1080p picture, and with StreamYard it's 720. So it's done.
Nice.
So,
As for me for Halloween, I'll probably go how I am. I'll probably try and get through a lot of the stuff I've got. Like, I've still got stuff from Seven, like Daddy Animals and stuff that I haven't watched from like a year or so ago. So I'm probably going to try and get through some of that. I'm probably going to watch probably the greatest trilogy of all time.
the
Which
David Gordon Green Halloween trilogy is what we watch. Is that we watch it?
everybody loves this. You know, this sold out first during the Seven sale.
Of course, it's cheap as dirt. Of course, it's first.
Everybody was going to buy it because they knew what a classic was.
It is actually very good, Brian. I was very surprised. I didn't expect it to be. Like I went in with. Now that being said, I went in with fairly lower expectations, and I expect it to be kind of like low budget, low effort. You know what I mean? When you see a lot of these films, something like Deer Camp '86, you're thinking, it'll be like But the killer design is really good. The humor, like it's horror and comedy mixed together, and the comedy fits. It's not forced. So I'm watching it, and I'm like, oh, yeah, these people like seem like friends. Hey there, Keg, welcome, man. These people actually seem like friends. Like you probably don't know each other at all, but like the acting was good enough that they actually seem like friends. And I like the thing behind the film. There's definitely you don't like hammer it, but there's definitely a deeper message in the film itself. But it's done in a way that I have to say was really, really. It's
say
subtle, but it hits you.
the Dance Macabre sets are brilliant. I bought Volume 3.
Thanks. Did
I
you?
bought Volume 3 during the sale. Even though it's not on sale, I bought it. But I highly recommend all of them because they're just great pickups.
I've seen the movies in this collection, but I don't own the sets.
It looks like I probably spent a bit too much than I should have during the Seven sale. Donna wasn't happy. For valid reason,
Lady Frankenstein's a lot of fun. It's probably the most well-known film out of those two sets because it was one of those that for the longest time you could find in like shoddy releases. But I enjoy it.
Alex says he's on his way now. He's leaving. Take care, Alex.
Have a great evening, Alex, and hopefully we'll see you here again soon, and we'll definitely be using this format again. We got 30 hours on here, so that's not too bad.
Well, you spent close to $300 on the Seven sale. Holy moly. That's a lot.
Lady Frankenstein tends to be the one that most people have seen because it's just more accessible than the rest of them. This is the free version of IVMAX. Obviously, you see the power by IVMAX up there.
It's clean.
So it's yeah. Hopefully, you guys like this. I'm probably going to try and use because it gives 10 more hours per month for free than StreamYard does, and it bumps your resolution quality from 720p, which StreamYard uses, to 1080p for IVMAX.
What I might do next time is I might set up my light.
So we can see you. So you don't look like a man in the shadows, right?
Yeah, because I've got a light, and I've got a light from when I was doing my filming, so I might try and set that up next time.
Seeing all those $8 titles. I will say, and I said this last night, Severin sale for the first half of 2024, in my opinion, and I'll get your opinion on this, Malcolm, too, so far has been the best sale of 2024. By far.
After all said was done on the Severin sale, just so people can say, I spent, and Aaron will be absolutely disappointed in me.
Of course I will.
I spent, where was it?
Rob become the dad. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Malcolm, we had conversations about this. I'm
Hey,
disappointed in you,
I've
man.
not been buying a lot, so it ended up being the big, what do you call it? So, yeah. I like you have logo gun over Mel's head instead. But yeah, that's a good point. See, Aaron being snaky.
That's it. You're
Making
part
sure it goes
even,
over my head so
even
his head looks nice.
right. Actually, I have no idea, no control over that because I would kind of like Parba even Max on my side because it's kind of neat. Yes, yes, he did.
Yep, I
Which
went crazy. And that's while still having a full Severin collection of stuff to watch still.
Donna is going to give you a spanking for that.
She did.
And
She
not the
wasn't
good
happy.
one, not the good spanking that you expect to get. She's going to give you a bad spanking.
You can
Yes,
see how big the box is when it comes.
that would be a great unboxing for your channel.
Last time, I remember, what was it? It was last year, wasn't it? I opened the box up on the stream. I'll open this one up on the stream.
Your live recording will end automatically in 30 minutes due to plan limits. There, I guess, let me know, right? I like the fact to let you know.
We'll let you know when the box turns up, and then we can play What's in the Box.
But with that being said, guys, Malcolm's massively disappointing me with his like. And all seriousness, so I want to thank Malcolm for coming in today, and all you guys for coming in. This is my first time in EvaMux. You guys seem to like this one. We'll be using this one again, definitely in the future. I like the format and the way that this is done. Yeah, you get 30 hours free for free, 20 hours on StreamYard, 30 hours for EvaMux. So
I just want to say something quick before we go. And that is, guys, I want you to know that we love you all. And every time you turn up for a stream, it means the world to me. Because I genuinely feel like I've got a lot of friends that come and join us for a nice conversation. So I want you to know that please open Box Live on stream. Yes, I can do that. And I want you guys to know that over the last year, and I've been doing these streams, I haven't missed our anniversary, which was June the 30th.
I did.
Which really upset me, by the way, because I didn't feel appreciated. And I cried every night. But anyway, I want to say that it's because of all you guys that watch and join in that makes it worth being here. I'm sure for Aaron as well. But I just wanted to say thank you, and hopefully me and Aaron are going to be more on track, and you'll probably see more of us together again because with things that they've been on much.
That's true, and to basically echo Malcolm's statements, it's true. Like this channel and like coming here wouldn't be anything without all you guys here.
You didn't leave, Alex. I know you didn't leave.
Alex, you're closer than I am.
Sweet sugar. My shirt is sweet sugar from Vinegar Syndrome.
But again, like thank you all for coming in here. I had planned something for the anniversary, and just things went, as Malcolm knows behind the scenes. Things unfortunately went awry.
Yeah.
But with that being said, you spent too much money.
I had to console myself, you see.
And we'll be here next time. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you soon.
Take care, guys.